Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is your English class and I am your teacher RABIA WAHEED. My previous lecture got ended at the last line, 9th or 10th line. I'll start again from there. I was telling you the paraphrasing of the 9th or the 10th line. The cattle, the sheep are eating the grass. They seem to be one entity rather than a group of 40. They are 40 in number, but they are so busy in eating the grass and they are not raising their head. This line, raising their head, may relate to both the, you may say, the sections. The first one, the old and the young people, they are so busy, they are so involved and they are so concentrated in their, concentrating on their work that they are not raising their heads. And this line may also relate to the cattle as well, that cattle are grazing, they are so busy in eating the grass that they are not raising their heads, means there is so much food for them in the meadow that they don't have time enough to raise their head. They seem to be one entity rather than a group of 40. The fields are so full of grass, there is plenty of food for the animals and they are busy in eating the grass and they are not raising their heads. Okay, now the next stanza I'll read from the book and then I'll do the paraphrasing of it. Like an army defeated, the snow has retreated and now doth fare ill on the top of the bare hill. The ploughboy whooping anon. There is joy on the mountains, there is life in the fountains. Small clouds are sailing, blue sky prevailing. The rain is over and gone. Now stanza number 2. In these lines, the poet William Wordsworth tells that with the arrival of spring season, the snow has started to melt. It is moving back just like an army that moves back or withdraws from the battlefield. So, the top of the hill is bare now as the snow has moved back. There is joy everywhere. The little boy is so excited that he is shouting and uttering the delighted, or you will say the excited cries. He is uttering the words. He is repeating the word Anan. He is repeating the word Anan. That means he is repeating the word Anan. That means soon. It shows that he is happy to know that soon there will be the spring season at its peak. There is joy on the mountains. A wave of excitement and delight. A wave of excitement and delight can be seen in the surroundings, you may say, or everywhere in the surrounding. There is greenery and life on the mountains that were previously covered in dead snow. There is life in the fountains, even in the sprays of water. There can be seen the life, happiness, energy, and delight. Small clouds are sailing. The sky is clear now. Just only small clouds can be seen moving smoothly in the sky. The sky is blue and clear. It is not covered with clouds now, as it was in winter season. The rain is over and gone. There is no more rain. The rain has come to an end. It is now a part of the past. Now student, this is a paraphrasing of the second stanza, and here one thing you have to remember, that there is difference between the paraphrasing and critical appreciation or critical analysis of a poem. In paraphrasing, we are demanded just to explain the lines of the poetry, the lines of the poem in detailed, clear, simple English. And in the critical appreciation or critical analysis of the poem, we are demanded to analyze that part of the poetry, that piece of the poetry, in a critical way. That what poet wants to say, what is his meaning in between the lines. Here in paraphrasing, we just, you may say, we just tell about the apparent meaning of the verses. But in critical analysis of the poem, we try to find out the meaning that is in between the lines. That is not, you may say, apparent. We don't confine ourselves just to apparent meaning. In paraphrasing, we just try to expand, we just try to tell in detail the apparent meaning of the poem. But in critical analysis or critical appreciation of the poem, we are bound to tell the meaning in between the lines, the double meaning of the poem. We have to draw a line between we have to, you may say, differentiate the apparent meaning of the poem and the inward meaning or meaning in between the lines. So this is a paraphrasing, and I have paraphrased both the stanzas in simple and very, you may say, clear and direct sentences, and in detail I have explained this stanza of the poem. So this is your poem written in March, that is completed now. In my next lecture, I will dictate you the questions of the answers. You have to write these paraphrasings of both the stanzas on your neat copies, and you have also write the stanza of the poem with black pointer, and you have to write the paraphrasing with blue pointer. So till my next lecture, Allah Hafiz.